Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our online meditation session with Heart Chan Irvine. We are the local chapter of Heart Chan, which is a non-religious spiritual practice with over 2,000 years of lineage. We have a meditation session conducted by various centers daily. Please visit our Facebook page for a list of current schedules. We streamed live all our sessions, and you may find the recordings available on each center's Facebook page that you can review at your own time. Before we get started, here are a few reminders. Please do find a quiet place to attend this session and avoid any distractions. During the session, the teacher will open up the opportunity to ask questions. Please use the chat function to enter your questions, and the teacher will answer them during the sessions. You may also enter a question on our Facebook page as a comment, whether it is live or on a recording, and we will be sure to answer your questions accordingly. Once the meditation starts, meditate as long as you like. Please feel free to exit at any time. We will not announce the end of the scheduled session, so we do not disrupt your meditation. Lastly, please do not record any session as they are the proprietary to Heart Chan. With that, I would like to turn your attention to our teacher today, Jingmin, who will share the topic of fundamentals of Heart Chan. Thank you and enjoy the session. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for hosting the webinar.
Good morning. Thank you, 老师.
Let's all begin by good morning, everyone. And it's been wonderful to be able to join and meditate together. Let's begin by close our eyes and be quiet and relax and center ourselves for a few minutes. Good morning again. Today, I'd like to share briefly my journey of practicing meditating in the heart sense tradition. As you know, I began this practice under Sister Yang Lian Lao Shi. She basically just taught the 10 chakra methodology. So at the beginning, the first chakra I found was root chakra, not navel chakra, even though we begin with navel chakra, but my navel chakra is very reluctant. It doesn't want to show up. So I began with the root chakra, and I think the next chakra I found was the heart chakra, then the 10 chakra, and root and kidney chakra, and the very last one I found was the sacral chakra. It took me 3-4 years to get all the chakras recognized, surfaced, and connected. And I have this chi running in me in all my 3 meridians by the 4th year. So I said to myself, I'll reach enlightenment soon, because Sifu mentioned the Qi Mai Chen Jiu Fa. I can get all the Qi Mai and all the chakra going and feeling wonderful, energized, happy. Every time I meditate, I truly enjoyed myself. And I thought, gee, this is not hard. I have all these chakra and the meridian going. I'll reach, enlightenment soon. But it didn't happen. Took me a few years to realize that these are still physical sensations. I'm not connected to the universe. I can feel all the wonderful energy and the chi, but they are still in my body. It's a bodily sensation. And all it does, it just strengthens the health of my body, and so that I can enter into Canding, But I was so attached to the physical sensation, I didn't enter into Canding. I just feel wonderful. And of course, gradually, I discovered as I am in the physical sensation, I begin to be aware of issues beyond my body. I begin to connect with my wife. I begin to connect with some of the universal phenomenon. My fish story, as you recall. That's all happened after I entered into this physical sensation, and then I become I have a higher awareness of what's going on. So gradually I'm entering into Canding, but still not completely. Life becomes easier because I have less attachment. I have less, shall I say, insistence on my certain lifestyle, become more fulfilled and harmonized with everyone around me and issues. But still, I'm not reaching enlightenment. Then Sifu began to teach Dharma Sutra. Boy, I truly enjoyed the Dharma Sutra. Everything is not what it says, it just is. Even the Dharma Sutra itself negated everything it said. It just is. All the labels, all the logic, all the methodology, all the teaching. It's a very confusing but very wonderful teaching. It really, I mean, it really gave me such joy once I begin to see the truth, what it's trying to preach. I'm a very curious student. Anything I don't know, I always dig into it in my life. I always, once I master it, I become very bored. I always look for new things, new ideas. And then Dharma Sutra told me what I've been living by, learning new things and getting new ideas, then is not the real deal. So, uh, even though, during those 2 3 years, I truly enjoyed Dharma Sutra, but also I come to realize that is not it. Comprehension of Dharma Sutra will really, understand the concept of form, especially form in methodology, form in um, words, form in labels, form in life, form in phenomenon. They are all temporary. They are all karmic consequences. They're all cause and effect. But does that take me to enlightenment? No, it just clears my mind. It tells me not to think. So the first stage of all the, um, shall I say, all the energy, all the chi channels, all the chakras, it helped me to make me healthy. And the other day on the golf course, I have a 20-year-old golfing buddy. He told me he had very high PSA, which is a prostate indication, 5.0. I said, oh. I said, what's normal? He says, well, anything beyond 3.5, you need to be careful. So I came home and checked on my PSAs. I have only 1.2. So I said, oh, that's good. So, I mean, the first stage of my journey was just physical. The second stage of my journey was mental. It just let me truly, truly understand what is form, what is dharma, you know? Everything we said, everything we taught, all methodologies, all practices are just form. So I was just so, shall I say, fear of the following statement. I come to realize one thing. What is that? I asked Hua Ming Lao Shi. I said, Hua Ming Lao Shi, is Sifu's teaching also form? Meaning 相法。师父的课也都是相法嘛 ，meaning 不是究竟法嘛。Hua Ming Lao Shi says, sure, everything said, written down in words is all form. Then I truly get it, because I was just so fearful to ask that question, to doubt Sifu. But then I realized it's not doubting Sifu. It is really try to put the proper perspective of Sifu's teaching in the right perspective. In other words, Sifu's teaching for 35 years, every method, every lesson, every word he said is trying to make us aware what's wrong with us. Do you have this issue? Okay, use this method. Do you have that issue? Use that method. But all these are just prescriptions to take care of our karma, to modify our habits. These are just prescriptions for us to be more purified of our physical, mental hindrances. Then in the year 2008, I never forget that day. It was January. Yang Lian Lao had conducted a sort of a big assembly where everyone shares their revelation. And I still remember that was in the same place where I met Miao Lian Lao Shi. That is somewhere in the Diamond Bar area, Heritage Park, I think it was called, or something like that. I came up to the stage, I only said one sentence. I said, 就算是懂了，也是因为意识心的需要。It got nothing to do with our spirit. In English, what I'm trying to say is, the concept that I understood, is for our mind. It got nothing to do with our spirit. In other words, we don't need to understand. We don't need to be so inquisitive. We don't need to be logical. The brain got nothing to do with our spirit. That statement, that revelation, let me put down all the inquisitive mind or the hobbies I had. And let me be less attached to knowing, just be yourself. Everything else, it just occurred because cause and effect. It got nothing to do with you. That's the universal's play. That's God's play. That's Buddha's play. That is a game. Got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with me, at least, That was a big moment for me, I don't need to understand anything. But did I reach enlightenment? No. So lately, I asked myself, I said, what is the fundamental teaching of Sifu? From the year 2010 to 2012, I think, I focus on only two words. One word is detach from all form, two phrases. One is detach from all forms. The second phrase is in sync with the universe. That's it. That's the Sifu's basic teaching. Detach from all forms and in sync with the universe. And then also I come to realize Buddha's basic teaching. Detach from all dharma, Buddha said, from all dharma, and detach from your ego. 没有法执，没有我执，就成佛了。Basically, what it's saying is that whatever you think is the right way, or the only way, put it this way. Whatever you think is the only way is not. Whatever you think is the best way is not. Whatever you think it is the way, it is not. So therefore, I was commissioned by Sifu to sort of share my journey with other fellow meditators. I begin to realize my true purpose is really try to, instead of saying this is the way, this is the right way, this is the proper way, is to point out this is not the way. This is not the way. And that is not the way, you know? Because the reason I say that is because we all have the God inside. All we needed to do is get rid of whatever our mind telling us, you should do this, you should do that. Once we get rid of all these mental command and mental request and mental self-assurance, then the God inside will actually surface. I think several years ago, I come to realize one thing. I think I shared in one of the video classes was, how do I put it? How do I put it? It's difficult to put into words. In short, don't think, don't listen, don't read. Our five sensory, eyes, ears, nose, and taste and feel. Don't follow those. Those are just temporary. Those are not the real deal. The real deal is your awareness. The awareness comes from your heart. Only a direct heart awareness is the true. Again, that's dangerous to say it is the true something, but that is a practice that worth doing. But in order to have awareness, you need to have presence. You need to stay in the present moment. Because aware of the current state of being is a real-time deal, not a future, not past state. At the moment, I'm talking. At the moment, I'm sharing. And need to be always aware. So therefore, in our lives, a lot of times we think we are a meditator. If we think a meditator, just a meditator, that's fine. But a lot of times we attach to meaning being a meditator. We are more peaceful, we are more subdued, we are more humble, we are more loving. Then you have a problem, because that's the way it should be. Not that we're comparing to others, we are more superior, different. No. We're nobody. We need to be nobody, A lot of times I was told that I want to become a bodhisattva. I want to be enlightened as Buddha. That is a very dangerous statement. Let me share with you the following. Because we are bodhisattva, we are Buddha. We just have to act like one. If you think, I am not Bodhisattva, I am not Buddha, I will become Bodhisattva and become Buddha, there's still a separation between the little I and the big I. Big I meaning the Buddha and the God. As long as you maintain that I am nobody at the present moment, you never become, you never reach enlightenment. So therefore, in our everyday life, we need to act like one. We need to think like one. We need to behave like one. We need to live as one. So all these practices that we have learned, Sufa has taught in the last 30-some years, they are not. They are basically just practices for us to get rid of our karma, to change our habits, to improve our health, to purify our thoughts. But if we separate the practice from our real life, it is no different by thinking as a small guy and versus the big guy. You know, we need to live it. In other words, Sifu keep on telling us, life need to live in harmony, need to live in purification, meaning live like a bodhisattva. Not just during the practices, during the meditation sessions, but the rest of the time, we need to live like a bodhisattva. You know, in the last several weeks, we have talked about the 5 poisons. We talk about the chakras. Those are just practices for us to be able to live a life with less habitual thinking, a life with habitual hindrances, a life with a healthier self. But the key is still to live like like God. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to share with you, is that don't be attached to any methodology, to any dogma, to any dharma, to any wonderful teaching, wonderful teachers. Look inward. We got everything in there. As soon as we get rid of our self-indulged guidance, principles, rules, commands, think of us as no one. Yeah. Think of us as everyone. Think of us no different than ants or birds or flowers. Boy, I just feel something. It's a wonderful feeling to be connected. It's a wonderful feeling to be in peace and loving, and stay that way. Anyone has any questions that needed to be discussed? That doesn't mean I have answers. But in all, it's a truly enjoyable journey, very enlightening journey, just not enlightened yet. Okay, then let's meditate. I remember last time I introduced Om Mani Padme Hum meditation. And the feedback was pretty good. A lot of people enjoyed it. So let's just do that again today. But I wanted to modify slightly. In other words, I think we want to begin with a big long Om first. A couple of times, 3 or 4 times, just Om, long, loud, resonating sound of nature. Then we go to Ma, then we go to Ni, Pe, Mi, Hong. One sound at a time, several times each one. Then maybe at the end we can try to connect up. But it's not necessary because connection is different from person to person. But if we can just focus on the sound one at a time, that would be very interesting. Okay. Okay, let's begin. And we all, each one of us, I mean, if you, your neighbors will allow you, please say "Om" real loud, okay? And as long as you can, okay? Okay, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath. Let's begin by saying as your heart chakra feels the resonance. Let's do it again. Again. Your whole chest should feel the resonance. And the next sound is Ma. We should focus on root chakra. Even if you don't focus on root chakra should resonate. Ma. The next sound is ni, and the resonating chakra is sacral chakra. Ni. The next sound is pe. Pe, it should be focused on kidney chakra. The next one is it's me again, but it's the wisdom chakra. as I was doing the wisdom chakra, my eyes really filled with energy and chi. Lately, I've been looking at the computer too often, so my eyes getting more stressed. Now it's try to rejuvenate my eyesight. The last word is home. It's the 10th chakra. Okay, now let's connect all the six chakras into a line. It's sort of like a hook. Om is the heart chakra, Ma is the root chakra, Ni is the sacral chakra, Te is the kidney chakra, Mi is the wisdom chakra, and Home. I always say home, it goes up. It goes up toward the universe from the 10th chakra. Okay? So I'm going to call out the sound. You'll follow the chakras. And you can call out, please also call out, because the sound makes a resonance a lot easier. Having the sound call out really helps. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Please continue at your own pace.